So let's talk about something that shouldn't have happened, and yet it did, right here in the capital of world's largest democracy. On Friday last, inside the Afghan embassy in New Delhi, the Taliban's foreign minister Amir Khan Muttaqi held a press conference as usual. 16 male journalists were there. Not a single woman was allowed inside. Yes, this is India. You heard it right. Not one woman journalist. And this is not Kabul, this is not Kandahar, this is New Delhi, India. So this was, I think, in my living memory, India's first womanless press conference right at the heart of the nation's capital. When the backlash came, as it rightly should, for first time the Godi media stood for its cause, the Taliban minister quickly organized another press conference meet on Sunday. And this time, they allowed female journalists to attend. And he said that the earlier exclusion was not deliberate, just a technical issue. So what is this technical issue? When half of humanity is turned away from doing their job, when female reporters, who are credible journalists, professionals, they were stopped at the gate. So this is not a glitch. That's a mindset. And that is troubling. And it should be troubling for the Indian foreign affairs. Now look at the bigger picture. The United Nations calls Afghanistan today a gender apartheid state. Under the Taliban, as you would know, women cannot attend school beyond grade 6, cannot go to university, cannot visit parks or gyms, and in many cases cannot even travel without a male guardian. Of lately, books written by women have been pulled away from Afghan universities. Even with the subjects like gender and development have been banned. So when such a regime foreign minister of that country walks into Delhi and holds a press conference without women, what are we really witnessing? What is India trying to message to the world? Is India hosting a guest or entertaining a worldview that openly rejects the dignity of women? In the background, one would say that India has not officially recognized the Taliban regime, yet New Delhi is hosting the foreign minister's visit. And it's a week-long high-level talks and discussions that's going on. And when the first press conference excludes Indian women, journalists, the Ministry of External Affairs said that it's not involved. How is it possible? Morally, can a democracy that prides itself on equality stand by a women journalist when they are locked out of a diplomatic event in the very capital of India? Obviously, the opposition will talk, will raise questions, and would rightfully interrogate the foreign policy, the foreign ministry of India as being too lenient, as being too weak to stand on its principles. So it is not about Afghanistan's treatment of women. It's about India's tolerance of such behavior of a high-level minister in India. We should also question the male journalist who chose to attend this Friday's event. That's another argument that I would make. How easy would it be for one of the journalists, just one, just to stand up and to refuse to participate until their female colleagues were allowed into the press conference? It's a matter of openness, transparency, equality, and equality towards women in India. It is also about upholding the Constitution of India. India has long held itself as a land where Nari Shakti, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, women's strength, it's celebrated in speeches at all levels of society. These words are spoken by the Indian Prime Minister from the realms of Red Fort. Indian women are worshipped in temples. Equality is recognized in the Constitution. But that strength means little if it evaporates in the face of reality. It evaporates in the face of visiting delegation that bars women from entering a room. Therefore, if India cannot draw the line here, in such a small gathering, where will it draw the lines? We are told that India must engage with Taliban for strategic reasons, security, regional stability, humanitarian aid, because India and Afghanistan sandwiches Pakistan. So it's a regional issue. It's a regional dynamics. All that is fine. But before that, India comes first. Engaging with our neighbors on principles where India stands. Hosting a press conference that mirrors Kabul's patriarchy, even by accident, sends the wrong message that India is willing to look away just a little for sake of geopolitics. Diplomacy, like democracy, must have a soul. And what does the soul of India stand for? It stands for anything, for equality, freedom, and right of every woman to stand in the front row, notebook in hand, uninvited, but indispensable. So the next time such an event is planned, someone in the chain of command, whether Indian or Afghanistan, or for that matter a guest, a simple question should be asked. If women cannot enter the room, if Indian women cannot enter the room, should the event actually happen? Why? Because the moral strength of Indian democracy is tested not by those who host, but by those who allow it to happen in its name. It is the conscience of the nation that has to be honored. It is not a mere press conference that we are talking about. With that touch of soul, with that touch of conscience, I leave you until next week. Stay safe, stay informed, and dutifully ask questions. Bye for now.
Everything's fine on 93.9 Dublin South FM.